Hello and welcome to my channel. Today in this video I am going to tell you about AUDI A6 review. So let's go. If you are thinking that you have not seen the Audi launch in a very long time, though you are not alone. We are sure that it have the new variants, the odd performance, directive and several special editions. But the last all new Audi was the Audi Q5 launched in January 2018. The truth is the Audi HQ was busy upgrading its engines in core markets like Europe and to meet the new emission standards and test procedures VLTP, and is still battling the with the Dieselgate scandal. These issues have severely affected the rollout of the several new models to various markets are included. That's all about the changes though. We were expected a slew of new models headed our way. Fixation in the steering with one here, the Audi A6. As you might have guessed, it's new launched with the petrol engine. The first thing to get off the way of Audi A6 for India is the new standard wheelbase version. Audi won't bring a long wheelbase version for India like the Mercedes did with E-Class, nor does it have another more spacious model to fit in the gap between the air and like the BMW 6 Series GT. The idea is to offer balanced car suits both for the driver and the driven one. Size wise, it grow every dimension in now 7 meters long and 12 wider and 2 taller with the 12 longer wheelbase, but visually it doesn't seem much bigger. First, however, let's take a look at how the design have been evolved, and the style virtually identical, and that's the good thing. It has an almost cab rearward shape with a long bonnet and the stretched curved glass house pulled far back, ending in the respectively short boot. Softer, smoother design elements are replaced by the sharper, more squarer, more in your face details. If you thought the BMW grills were big, so let's think of the Audi. You should get a load of Audi's latest single frame Bulgarian beard. It is wider than all chrome and more shiny stuff down in the bumper. The full ADD headlamps are a lot more angular now. The feature a new DRL signature instead of the one we are used to at the back to the impression you get a familiar but more. The tailgate are larger and feature a cool indicator LED detailing and are joined by a thin chrome strip. You'll find more chrome in the bumper, including what looks like a pair of dual exhaust tips but actually just a design element. There are many creases, several on the bonnet and some on the fenders, while the shoulder crease has now been split into two independently, the front and the rear wheel arches. Another thing that stands out is the wheels and the tires. It is the in segment 18-inch wheels and are usually offered as the larger premium option, and such they come with the wider low profile tires even on outgoing A6 245/45 18s on the new car globally. The larger car wheelbase has been shot up to 22 inches and the naturally wheel arches have gone to match. The Indian A6 have been fitted in 225/55 R18s, which is significantly narrower and taller rubber than the outgoing model. They fill out arches nicely and no doubt have a bearing on ride, handling and fuel economy. Understated is perhaps a word you will use to describe some Audi interiors, but certainly not this one. The dashboard is full of layers and protruding slabs made up of brushed aluminum, art leather, piano black trim and some very nice looking open pore wood veneer. There are some even thick bands of brushed metal across the doors, which really drive the premium point home. Most players in the luxury segment game are that standard of the quality at the moment, but the A6 makes an effort put it right where you can see and touch it. The new steering wheel 2 looks very futuristic, and behind the seats, the latest version of the virtual cockpit digital dies, first seen on the Q7. There's the wireless phone charger under the central armrest. The Audis even fitted the car the Bang & Olufsen audio system, which is quite exquisite. And then there's the dual touchscreen MMI infotainment system, making of the A6 first in India to get this new interface. Ironically, though it was introduced globally, the Audi first car in India to use system was the Lamborghini Urus. It looks amazing and encased in a frame brushed metal, and the piano black blending seamless to the back dashboard. And when it's switched off, the graphics are good looking too, silky smooth and logically laid out, and packs in a lot of function including the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. But as popular as touchscreens are today, we wish Audi had kept some of the physical control as redundancy as Mercedes BMW have done it. It would have made life a lot more easier to move. You can avoid taking your eyes off the road using this system and the lower screen buttons on the screen, but this only means you have to press the screen harder to make it work, which results in a lot more fingerprints on the screens. The front seats have been the powered, although it would be nice if they were heated or ventilated, and only the driver's seat has the memory function. There is however driver comfort access, which moves the seat powered steering wheel away from each other once the car is switched off for the entry exit. Finally, though you don't get 360-degree camera, you also don't get you do get now Audi's new popular hands-free parking assistant feature. So now the competitor to this car will be the Mercedes-Benz E-Class long wheelbase, the BMW 6 Series GT, by the way it is known as the Gran Turismo, and the BMW 5 Series, and the Volvo S90, and the Jaguar's mid-level segment sedan XF. It gets new 4-zone climate control. You can also call it that quad zone climate control. So the mileage of this car will be around 15 kilometers per liter. It is tried and tested, and the pricing of this car will start from 53 lakhs for the premium plus entry level variant, and can rise up to 59 lakhs for the technology variant. So one request for you: do not get out of the house or any of the events or the functions. Be at home and maintain the safe distance from the people around you because of this COVID-19 pandemic. This is Sarthak from Autobus Sarthak and signing off. By the way,